쌈쯤이 쌈씨 아침이에요. 왜? 유튜브는 한국어로 되어 있습니다. 재미있어. 지민아, 많이 보고 싶어요, 지민아. 왜 유튜브는 한국어로 되어 있습니다? 몰라요. It's late. Every time I watch something, is it gonna show it? Yeah, see? Oh my god. Why is it so dark? Again, I am like so horrible with the lighting. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 도미니크입니다. 오늘은 공부 말해요. So, since we're talking about studying today, I am still studying Korean. I am trying to still sound as natural as possible. And, you know, I acknowledge my voice sounds a little different when I'm speaking Korean. Also, my nails. What the hell? Awesome. I was so mad because these nails actually were just me doing like gel tips like quickly, like in an hour. It usually takes me 3 hours and they're lasting. I'm upset. Anyway, so today we're talking about studying. I just wanted to upload like a small video on what I actually do to study. These are like the newest things that I've been doing to study Korean. And I'm also trying to talk more to native Korean artists, and sometimes that can be a little daunting and a little hard. I know Talk to Me in Korean just uploaded a video on how to use the Chat GPT thing, so I'm also doing that. I'm still a little scared to do some of the talking back and forth with like a native, like I don't know which app it is, but like you can talk to a native for like 5 or 10 minutes. And I think that's cool and all, but I've heard like really crazy things about what goes on. And I'm just like, I like doing stuff like this, but like I'm still an introvert, you guys. Like, so it's just like, it's a little daunting. But it'll be fun. I'm just trying to prepare for my trip, but also just Korean in general, because I'm still studying Korean. It's been a few years, and you know, after that whole thing with that one study group, I was just like, oh my god. So there was a lot of nice people in that study group, but it was very stressful because there was like a ton of homework or whatever, and it was just weird. They turned out not to be so great. So I have other alternatives to study, and this is really fun. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you how I actually study now. So if you're interested in that, you can take a look at that. I haven't done like a Korean video in a long time. So I'll be speaking English in this video, obviously, but I'll just be showing you like the things that I study with and some diary entries that I've done on GoodNotes 6, which is like really freaking awesome. I do recommend that if you need to see things visually and on digital paper versus, you know, just regular paper. Or you can use regular paper and do different, what is that, bullet point journal type of bullet journaling. There you go. I can't speak today. So if you want to do bullet journaling, you can use that. But if you don't really have the tools or anything to do bullet journaling, I suggest the GoodNotes 6 because it's a digital form of bullet journaling. And you can also have like a digital planner too, and I also use it for that. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one, I guess. 안녕하세요, 여러분. So, hello. Yeah, 도미니크입니다. This is Dominique. So, anyway, here are some of the Korean books and materials that I use. Excuse that it's on my bed. I don't care right now. So, these are the books that I just recently got. I'm probably going to do a separate little added post for each of them so you can see what I'm talking about, so it'll be a little bit easier. So I guess I'm gonna make a thread, a proper thread. Hopefully I make it right. Anyway, so this one, Hingbikul, yeah, there you go. So you help pronouncing stuff. This book, Happiness Street, it is by Elizabeth and Terry Arkolaki. I'm so sorry if I am butchering you guys' names if you guys ever see this, but anyway, this book is really cool because obviously it's a bilingual book, but as you flip through it, it has like these cool watercolor illustrations. It is kind of like a children's book, but it's helpful when you're at kind of like that level of maybe, I want to say 5th, 6th grade type of reading. And I only say that just the way that it's spaced. I noticed that with certain bilingual books, they space it out differently. So like, you know, the English lyrics would be, lyrics, oh my God, it is not a lyric page. So the English type would be at the top, and then the equivalent Korean type will be at the bottom. I like this because it kind of gives you a better look of how it's exactly translated, because you know some things don't translate exactly to Korean and vice versa, so it's very interesting to see how things are supposed to be placed or how you can read it, because sometimes when I read Korean and then I try to translate it to English, obviously it doesn't translate word for word, and I feel like as somebody learning Korean, I have to kind of break that a little bit because it will not like transfer word for word. In some cases it does though. But I like this book, and at the end of the book, the author and I think the artist actually gives you like a page to go on to what is that? Visit for free activities and printables. And then also, if you're a kid and you're reading this book, she gives you like an email address and you can send them a summer story. So I think this is just a story based off of when they went over their grandmother's house. But I like how simple it is. I think I've seen this book before, but in English. And I was like, I remember these watercolor paintings. So I think it's the same book. If it is, the book's been around for a while, but they just did the translation for it in Korean as a learning book because it's a simple book. I don't know what this is. This is from something I have, these little black dots. The lady who does the translation, let me see if I can find her name. It might be the front of the book. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Duh. Youngam Che. So, I did not say Choi. I know that's supposed to be Che, if I remember correctly. This book is Korean short stories for beginners and intermediate learners. Now, this is really good if you want to challenge yourself. I'm going to write like cuckoo throughout this book. They also give you a bunch of definitions and stuff. But when you're reading it, let me flip through, right? Okay, so the first part is all in Korean, and then I think how they do it is they give you keywords and then they give you the English translation of what you just read. So it's a good little book to kind of like test yourself, and apparently they give you a quiz too. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, I like this. This is kind of more like a standard this is kind of more like what you would do in school in general. When you're learning a language, if you ever taken a language class, like you'd read through, you find the keywords and you test yourself and then see how well you did the translation. But I feel like this requires, and that's why it's like for beginners and intermediate learners, because this requires a little bit more of like knowing sentence structure, because like it gives you keywords, so you're learning vocabulary as you go. So I think that's pretty cool. This one, I love this. It has like a weird matte silky satin finish on it, but I wanted to do a Sudoku book, but I didn't want to get it because it's kind of pricey. So I ended up getting this word search book. So this is going to help you with vocabulary. So on each page there is vocabulary on how it's spelled out and what it means. There's no romanization. I am not a fan of romanization. I cannot read romanization, and romanization just kind of messes with you a little bit when you actually are learning Korean. It's good for a very beginner, but like I would stop with romanization. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of romanization. How many times am I going to say romanization? But anyway, so what you do, you go through. This is like the first thing that I did, and what I did, since there was room to practice writing it, I practiced writing it also, just to get used to writing how the actual words look. And then I went and found the words in the crossword puzzle, and I feel like this just helps you get used to seeing how words are and actually reading what the words are. So, and then I think at the top, excuse me, you put how long it took you to do the crossword puzzles and all that stuff. So I think that's pretty decent. Like if it took you long or not to recognize the words, and then see if you get faster or slower. It's all up to you. I really like this though, because they give you different types of words in different places, and I am struggling so much with vocabulary. So this is very helpful for me. And speaking of vocabulary, I still use my first 500 Korean words book. So, and this is from Dominique, aka Talk to Me in Korean. So there's the word, and there's a different ways for you to actually use the word. I'm sorry, my phone is like blurring for some reason. There we go. So yeah, I like that. I hate that that's like tada, because it makes me think of that. But anyway, there's the word, there's what it means, there's different ways to say things associated with the word. So I just like that that's actually given. And throughout this, there's like a crossword little puzzle, and where you match up the words, but there's also little brackets for review. So like everything is written in Korean, and then the translation is at the bottom, and it shows you where the keyword would sit within the sentence, which I think is really, really good. And I just like that. And then if for some reason on certain days, like when you first look at it, you can mark which words that you know, and then when you go back through the chapter, mark which ones that you don't know. They also have a little section where you can write the word in the proper form, and it's in its actual sentence. So that's also really cool. Obviously I went through this book, but I'm gonna go through with it again. I just like how thorough it actually is. And since we're on Talk to Me in Korean, we're gonna keep talking about Talk to Me in Korean, because I got a few items from them. So this one is level 2. I'm teetering on level 3 in Korean, and I'm like stuck on vocabulary. So I'm really like working on that and just speaking basic sentences out loud. But you go through this whole workbook. It comes with, I think on their website, you can look up actual, what is that? Not like, I guess like worksheets, like listen and learn type of thing. So, and it says so on the actual page. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, okay, so like the sample dialogue, my allergies are attacking me, but on the sample dialogue, it's at the bottom, but like it says like, where is it? Track 12. I don't know why my phone is not focusing. okay, so it says like track 12. So when you go to look it up on their actual website, it'll be like track 12. I'm not sure if these are free on the site because they switched over to be a pay site, but I know like their main stuff that you can listen through is actually free, and then like the extra stuff you have to pay for. So, but I feel like it's worth the money. I've learned a lot going through with them, so I recommend all their books and stuff. I still have to make it through this book, even though I'm like towards the end of level 2. It doesn't hurt to review. I feel like review is like super important when you're learning Korean, even if you just keep saying, hi, my name is this, that, and the other. That's why I always say like my name, and then I always say hi, blah, 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 you know, or say bye, like, 안녕히계세요, 안녕히가세요, like, whichever one you're supposed to use in the proper form and proper situation. But like I always just practice like what I know, and it may seem repetitive, but I mean people say this stuff every day. It's everyday stuff. It's like saying, hey, how are you in English. So I try to do that. The Korean verbs guide, this is just like a straight up, and this is still Talk to Me in Korean, but this is like the old French books, because I studied French for a while, that I used to have. I should get that book. That book is huge. But yeah, this reminds me of the old French books that I used to have, because I always had this freaking compass on it, and I was like, what the hell is that? But I always remembered it as like a study guide book. So when you go through, it breaks down the word and how to use it in a sentence, and again, you can go through and listen through on different tracks. And my advice would be to read it. If you are having trouble with a particular sentence, write it out and also say it out loud. Like, I've been going through the house screaming like certain things in Korean, and I'm like, yeah, it's very helpful. This book, Lens Light by Maya Lee, or E-Maya. Okay, so this is really cute. I feel like it's more of a simpler storybook because the sentences are still very kind of simple, but simple as in like very straightforward, because it gives you more descriptive words of the character. So yeah, and if you need help with descriptive words, I feel like this book goes a little bit more helpful, whereas this book is more like, this is how sentences flow. This book is more like, this is very descriptive of the person, and if you struggle with descriptive words, because I kind of do too, it's still like vocabulary, it's very helpful, and it's just colorful and cute. So it's kind of in the realm of a children's story book, but depending on your level, like this is good or good review. So I actually really like that, but I love that. I love that. And it's got like that weird satin cover too. I don't know, I'm so obsessed with books that have that weird satin cover. But anyway, now this last one, is actually on YouTube. So it's still Talk to Me in Korean stuff, but they have like these really cool videos where, and it's certain amounts at certain times, where you can just go through and speak Korean, and it just goes back. And this one, it gives you the word, and then it breaks down the word, present, past, and future tense. Like, what? I love that. And I think it's Yeji. Yeah, she does a lot of the voice stuff too. So I use a lot of Talk to Me in Korean stuff on their site. There's also a gamer like Korean thing, and these are by native Korean speakers. Let me see if I could find it in my thing. thing. There's another one, and this is Taeyoung Sim. So teacher Taeyoung. So he's really good. He did like a spy game. And there's another one that I need to find. Hold up. So that looks crazy paused. So what he does is he goes through, comprehensible Korean input. So what he does is he goes through and plays these different, like, what I've seen is like puzzle video games and stuff. It's really cute and cool. And he also has like, see, he just did it. He also has like, sometimes like visuals for you to.
말할 거예요. 들으세요.
And he also has it in Korean at the bottom. I think there's subtitles, but I like watching it without the subtitles and see if I understand. And then I go through and watch it with the subtitles. So yeah. So I really like that. There's also another one. Let's see. Like Korean podcasts. There's this girl in here that does Korean podcasts. And I think she's Korean. It should pop up. No, let's talk to me in Korean stuff. Oh, here it is.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 잘 지냈어요?
So,
요즘 날씨가 정말 시원해요.
So,
여름이 끝났어요. 그리고 가을이 왔어요.
So if you go through her whole thing, right? That's her YouTube channel. If you go through on her whole thing, let's see if I cut the subtitles on. I can't remember if she has subtitles.
가을을 좋아해요? 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 그래서 오늘 가을에
I can't remember, but certain ones have subtitles and then other ones have subtitles after. So she reads through once in fully Korean and then afterwards there's subtitles. But her podcasts are really cool. Sometimes she has like real life podcasts. Sometimes she has like her cute little character just chilling in a corner. But I really like this because she's very clear. She speaks very clear, and it's really good listening practice. So that really helps me. If for some reason I get stuck on a sentence or I'm like, oh, I want to use that sentence, I'll write it down. So another thing that I use, hello Jimin. Another thing that I use is GoodNotes. So log me out of my Korean thing. So I've been working on saying different things and then seeing how like the dictionary actually translates it and see if it's a better use for certain words or how it's set up versus how I said it. If also I don't agree with the dictionary's version, I'll probably go on, I think it's Hello Talk. You can just Google it. You don't even have to have like a whole profile for that if you want to. And just ask the question, and usually it's like one of the first things that pop up, and just see the answer. So I was working on the other thing that Talk to Me in Korean had when they posted these pictures. So that's what I thought the picture had said, and then that's what the picture actually said. So I don't think I finished this journal date. I just left it how it was because that was the date that I did it. I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me, but I think this is a good way to just study. But I like GoodNotes. This is GoodNotes 6, and it helps me just organize my stuff in such a cute way, and it's just savable. If you want to, I'm pretty sure you can print this. But these are movable, and I downloaded somebody's actual planner module to get these little designer little hearts and letters and stuff. But you can design your own pretty much if you go into Illustrator, or if you go into Photoshop and draw it in Photoshop and then turn it into a vector image. I think you can do that going backwards, or going into what is that called? You can go into Photoshop and draw it, and then you can also go into I think Procreate and set it to like a vector image profile. I forgot how to do that, but when in doubt, just always put it in Photoshop or Illustrator and then transfer it from Photoshop to Illustrator. If you don't know how to do that, there's simple tutorials on YouTube, but that's if you want to design these type of things, because these are movable. Oh God, wait, I didn't want to actually do that like that. Let's see. So like you can take the lasso tool and you can just circle it, and then you can move like whatever it touched, it will move it. It's pretty neat. Even with oh my God, get off of that, please. Oh my God, I just messed it up. Hold up. I messed up my study page. Okay, so even with like words that you've written, if you want to lasso them in the little section, man, my thing is dirty, I need to clean it. You just got to be careful how close it is, because it lassos the other stuff, but you can lasso stuff that you've written yourself and move it around. I just really like that you can actually do that, so maybe this would be a better idea to show you. Okay, so I wrote this, but I'm moving it around. I need to clean this because I bring this to work and study, and it's a hot mess right now. But yeah, anything that you wrote, you can scribble out what you wrote. So let me see. If I just write hi. Right, okay, and then I just take like, and is this backwards? I can't remember. Anyway, you take it and you can move it around, and then drop it wherever you want, or you can circle it and resize it and do whatever you want with it. So I really like this. It really helps me too to have the grid paper. You don't have to have it set up like that, but you can. In this section, you can have like different documents and stuff. So if you have downloadable things that other people have created, you can go to like their little sticker section, and then take the lasso tool, lasso it, and then move it around. Just make sure that when you do that, you just hold it and then hit copy. Don't delete it, because then if you just take it from this, it's gonna like leave a blank spot that won't be there anymore. So just copy it and then go to your actual page that you were on in whatever notebook you created, and then hit paste, and it'll be there, and you can resize it, and then you can rewrite on it. So I do use this for a lot of Korean notes and journaling. So my mail is key. So I like that. It's really cute. It's really cute. I like these. But yeah, that's all my study stuff that I have been working with so far. I thought it was a good idea to show you guys like what I'm actually using besides like BTS stuff constantly. So we got our little reading books. We got like our little crossword puzzle, our verb book, which is more kind of like a school book, like a typical school book that you would use for any type of vocabulary. This is just more like a workbook to me. Like it's like a learn as you go type of workbook. I really like this though. And the 500 words Korean words book. Now what I'm gonna start doing, even though I went through this book once, it doesn't hurt to go through it again. I know they have a second book out, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm probably gonna get the second book, but I want to review this one before I get the second book. So maybe I'll get the second book sometime next year. But what I'm gonna do is for each day, maybe make like a little story like how they have it with each word, and just write my own little story down and hopefully get my grammar right, because holy crap. But yeah, or pick a few words that I'm having trouble remembering and do that. I just saw Koyeongi, and there's this TikTok, I don't know if it's TikTok, where this girl, she's in Korea, she finds the cat on the street and she's like, Koyeongi! Ah! I just love it. I need to find it. Oh my dear Lord. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm using to learn Korean. And you know, any chance that I get, I write in Korean to Korean YouTubers and stuff, like, oh, I love your stuff and all of that stuff. Like, I really mean it. I love their stuff. It's pretty cool. I usually watch like nail artists like Jewel Nail, and there's a few other artists where they have like a nail shop and they show you how they run a shop. I need to look up their names, but I love just watching those types of videos and watching some Korean TV show videos that's not always K-drama, because I feel like K-drama just makes you speak kind of K-drama-y, and it's not always supernatural. Like, those are more useful terms, but like it's not natural as much, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, this has been very long. I just wanted to show you guys, but yeah. Oh my god, when I go to Korea, this is gonna be funny. I need to practice too. And the person I'm supposed to be meeting for a dinner to talk about Korea, I wonder if she's fluent in Korean. I'll let you guys in on that too. I don't know if she'd appreciate me filming, but I want to see what she says as far as like things in Korea. I don't know. She said she loved it, so I'm excited to learn some things about some ins and outs and stuff in Korea. That is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you stayed to the end, thank you so very much. Thank you. 너무 감사합니다. And wait a minute. 잠깐만요. I cannot remember this for the life of me, and I just learned it. So leave me alone. I'm gonna start like practicing this so I can say it. 웃지마. Let's see if I can find it. I thought this sounded very textbooky, but apparently it's not. 시종에 주세서? That's so confusing. That's too much. 주쇼요. Wait, let's hear how she say it.
시청해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Yeah, what she said. Let me try to say it. 시종에 주셔서 감사합니다. 시종에 주셔서. That is the part. Oh my god. That is so annoying to me. I'm going to read it, okay? 시종해 주셔서 감사합니다. Yay! That's it. But anyway, that's me being stupid. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. 그럼 안녕히 계세요.